If I should have took that trade, okay, let's jump on it. And after that, uh, 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 blown accounts. Oh my gosh, so many times. I just want to be free, be able to spend time with my loved ones.
But hi, Xavier. I'm Tori. Nice to meet you.
Hi, Tori. How are you?
Great. Congratulations.
Thank
So I've
you.
got a few questions for you, but the first things first, I just kind of want to get to know you. Tell me like where you're from, what's your name, kind of how you got into trading. Go ahead. The floor is yours.
Yeah, sure. So, hi, thank you for having me today. And hey, guys, my name is Xavier. I'm 26 years old, and I'm a funded trader with the funded trader program. I'm currently trading on a 400K account so far, and I'm looking forward to the 600K in the last few days. I'm come from Ivory Coast in West Africa, but I'm actually living in Canada. And about my educational background, I would say I have a bachelor's degree in finance and entrepreneurship from HEC Business School in Montreal. And I passed some Canadian securities courses that lead to wealth management and private banking jobs. So that's pretty much it for me.
Incredible. Okay, way cool. Like-minded entrepreneurs. I feel like entrepreneurs and trading just kind of go hand in hand. It's just like, it's exactly. The mindset, maybe. It's maybe the mindset. All right, cool. Well, do you want to see if you want to pop up your screen? Because the meat of our interviews, people just want to see, they want to see the strategy. They want to see, and whatever you're comfortable with sharing. It doesn't have to be the full strategy. It can be an idea of it, maybe even like the psychology behind your trading. But that is like the juicy part of the interview. So if you want to go ahead and just jump right in, let's see it.
Yeah, sure. Well, I actually teach my strategies in my courses, so I won't go too in depth, but awesome. Of course, I can surely show you a quick example of one of them.
Absolutely. Okay, cool. That's very exciting.
So what I like to do is I'm a fundamental trader, so I'm always checking my economic calendar so that I can be aware of all the big movements like big players will do in the markets, because in my opinion, markets are moving because of hedge funds, big institutional banks and stuff like that. So I'm always trying to position myself in those moves. So I like to, first of all, check my economic calendar to see if there is a big economic news that will come in the next few days. So here is the chart for the GBP USD. And it was on May 11th with the I think it was, let me check. It was the core CPI for the GBP. So I think I have my economic calendar not that far. So there was the CPI, so the core price index for the USD dollar. So I was looking at the GBP USD to see if I can catch some move. So the news was released at 8:30. So before that, I like to draw all my key levels on the charts. So I trade on the 1 minute chart. And I know that many people love to trade on for 4 hours daily and stuff like that. But since I'm a scalper, I only need the small portion of the chart, so where all the movement, all the action is actually acting. So yeah. I drew all my key levels, so support and resistance, where I saw them. And I'm just, after that, just looking for the news to be released. So if we can go just a little bit after, we can see that big candle at 8:30. So it was the actual release of the news. Since I drew my lines before that, I knew that there were a good resistance right there, up there, and a good support right there. So I was like, if big banks are trying to either crash the market for this currency pair or just explode it on the upside, I just want to be there to catch up the movement. Once the candle opens and it exploded on the downside, I already had a sell stop order just right here. And I just tried to follow the movement to the fullest. So I don't know if I can see. I will just draw it again. And to be true, I don't use very much Trading View. I'm always doing all my analysis and my trades on MT4 directly.
Yeah, absolutely. Mm-hmm.
So we can see here, is it a long position? You can see that. So we'll try for a short position right here. Perfect. So I entered on this key level, on the blue one, and I had a very small stop loss. So I think it was about 6 pips, something like this. And I'm always looking to catch like a 1-to-3 risk reward ratio. So I was looking for like 18 pips or 20 pips, something like that. And it's the minimum I am looking for, because sometimes when the movement is really big, I can catch a 1-to-5 risk reward ratio. Yeah. So for this one, I know that I caught the 1-to-3. So I entered on the blue line just right here. And I just got out thanks to my trailing stop, because I really like to use trailing stops. So I was just following the movement, following the market. It was very, very fast. So it's pretty difficult, but if you master the technique, you can do the same. Yeah. And I just caught the movement right here, and I made, I think, about 20 pips of profit on that particular trade. So it's one of my strategies, using news, because as I said, I really love to trade when there is a big movement. So I'm always checking the news. I'm also checking, for example, when I'm trading the Dow or the Nasdaq. I like to trade at the opening of the market, so at 9:30 Eastern time. Okay. And since there is big movement, I do the same thing. So I'm trying to draw my support and resistance on my key levels, and just to see where the market will go, and try to catch a little bit of the movement, because even if it's just a small portion of the movement, since I'm using bigger lots, it can make my day pretty fast. So that's pretty much it. If we look briefly to my strategy.
Wow. Okay. Cool. Very cool. Now I got to see. Now these are maybe my own personal questions, aside from the ones that are written down here. But I haven't met any scalp traders before. So this is completely different. So I'm usually like a day trader, maybe even a swing trader sometimes. So like, as far as the lifestyle goes, being a scalp trader, are you trading so much less? Is it like, I mean, I know you've got to be looking at the market for hours on end, but when you're actually doing your trades, are you like, I mean, explain a little bit more about the scalping. I'm fascinated.
Yeah, sure. But I don't know if I'm a regular scalper, if we can say that, because I know that scalpers are seen like people who are in front of their charts for hours and hours, studying the market and waiting for the setups to be good, to be there so that they can trade. But I may surprise you, but I don't spend more than, I will say, 10 to 15 minutes in front of my charts every day, because I know that I spent a lot of time in the past, but because I was developing my strategy, I was backtesting and checking all that. But now, since I perfectly master it, I can just spend 10 minutes, 15 minutes in front of my charts, just doing my quick analysis as I did. So it's really quick to draw support and resistance level, draw key levels, check the news, and check if the movement will go up or down. And also, once the news is released, I jump quickly to the economic calendar. So you have paid ones that can be used to receive the data very quickly. So I use one of them, and with that, I can see that, for example, for the CPI, it was, I think it was positive news. So since it's positive, it will be negative for the pound USD, since the USD in the counter currency. So I knew that anyway, the movement normally, because it doesn't always do that, but normally it should go down. So I will just check my charts, check my orders, check my key levels, and just see if I can catch the movement. So since I'm used to do that, it just takes me just a few minutes in front of the chart. I take my trade, either I win or I lose, it's okay, and I just close my chart, because I really want to avoid over trading, which was one of my bad habits in the past.
Same. Yeah. Okay, cool. Excellent. Now that does lead to another question. So Forex specifically, what got you? Have you tried stocks? Have you tried futures, crypto? What kind of got you more in the Forex direction?
I already tried stocks, but I will say that at the beginning, I was just I discovered Forex I discovered trading, sorry, with Forex. So I will just share you my history because it was very funny. I was at university, and in my classroom there was a classmate who had a chart in front of him, and I was just like, I didn't know anything about trading at that time, but the first thought I'd had at that moment was like, wow, that looks so cool, you know. So I just wanted I just wanted to discover it, to try it out. So I put the trading platform on my computer. I tried it a little bit, and little by little, I really developed a real passion for trading. So I spent a lot of hours, a lot of days, a lot of months studying this so that I can one day become successful in it because I love it. It's interesting, and I knew that the potential was huge. So that was my first experience with Forex. I also already had a mentor for stock markets, and he's still my mentor because I like his positivity, his management, his motivation. Sorry, the way he pushes you. So I tried to trade stocks for about a few months, maybe 3 to 4 months.
Okay.
I made some losses, of course. It was really interesting, but I really thought that I was better off with Forex because with Forex you have a bigger leverage. So thanks to leverage, you can make more profit because since I had a little capital with no leverage at all for stock markets, it was really difficult for me to make good profits like some days. And if you don't make enough money during your session, you will try to overtrade, to revenge trade, to try to trade more and to make more, and you won't respect anymore your strategy. And it was a really bad thing I discovered by myself. So I just decided to focus on Forex.
Okay, absolutely. That makes total sense. Now, next question is, so TFT, how did you find TFT and what kind of drew you towards them?
Well, at the beginning, I was trading with another prop firm. So the name was DT Forex at that time. And I was able to get payouts every month. But after that, they closed a few months after I began because they went bankrupt, you know.
Oh, no.
So just after that, I was looking for a good prop firm that also offers great trading conditions. And that is more reliable, of course, obviously. So I looked some videos Blake made on YouTube about prop firms and stuff like that, and I just discovered like the Fundy Trader in one of his videos. It looked pretty good at first and safe because of all the description given and the collaboration with non-scriptures like VVS Academy. And the other one, it's Forex League. So I just decided to give it a try. And also, when I checked that, I really love the 12% overall drawdown and the 6% daily drawdown. So for risk management rules, I think they are just the best in the industry, in my opinion. And as well as being able to directly get 400K accounts, it was just amazing for me. And I think that no other prop firm offers that kind of condition. So I just decided to jump on it.
All right. Okay. Good call. Next question is, do you have much experience with the TFT community? Does that kind of help? Is there do you find a lot of camaraderie with the other users? Are you able to benefit from it? Do you watch any of the Discord stuff? I'm interested to see your view on the community side of it.
Yeah, sure. So in my opinion, it's an amazing community. Everybody seems to be helpful. We cheer up and we congrats each other. I really love that. And also I know that people are very, very active, which is great. And also shout out to the support team because they are doing amazing, either on the Discord or on the website in the chat. So I used to think in the past that FTMO had the best customer service, to be honest. But since a few months, I can testify that you guys are on the same level.
Okay,
so
all right.
I really love that. And also, you have different sections in the Discord, like the 4-digit payouts, 5-digit payouts. And it's really motivated because I know that at first, when I began, I was pretty much looking at it because I was inspired by it, and I knew that one day I will be able to make that to be the true one day. And finally, last week I received my first payouts from TFT, and it was at 5-digit payout. So I was really, really grateful. And thanks to the community.
All right. Okay, cool. Oh my gosh. I love to hear this. I'm still new to it. So I love to hear like how great the community is, the customer service. I'm getting more pumped. This is so awesome. Okay, cool. Now, I did have another question, but it was like a few topics ago. And this is just from my own personal experience. So I also teach a strategy and also had a mentor just like you. So I'm curious to see like the strategy that you learned and that you've created and that you sell now, is that something that you learned from your mentor or maybe even from outside resources? And then did you kind of just like curate it to your own, like the way that it worked for you specifically, or how did you come up with your own strategy?
Yeah, but that's exactly that. I didn't invent anything because there are concepts that already exist in the market, and there are people who are already selling it or teaching it. I didn't learn it from a mentor or a teacher. I just learned it in YouTube videos, in forums, and just I try to trick it so that it can become mine, so my style. And but I'm trading since 6 years now, and I can say that many times during those years, I was ready to like just abandon this strategy because it didn't work, because I had some bad issues like the slippage program, or the commissions, or depending on your broker, the trading conditions. That's why I was looking for a good broker and a good firm. So TFT was the perfect choice for me. And I just spent a lot of years just not change all the strategy, but just try to improve it day by day. And the one thing I can say is that data is key. Is really the data I had and I compiled in a file I have on my computer that really helped me, and that's why I spent so little time in front of the chart, because I have my table I created a few years ago, and I am still improving every day, so that I know that for a particular news event or for a particular day, or even for a particular setup, I know exactly what will be my parameters, what should be my stop loss, my take profit level, my risk reward, what is the usual slippage all the brokers have with this type of events. So I just tried to compile it, and I made it my own at the end.
Okay. So, I mean, it sounds as efficient as possible. So you spent all these years kind of like modifying this strategy, and now when you apply it to the market, it's a quick and simple process. Now you just have to jump in front of the screen. You're in there just for a few minutes or however long you need to be, and you're out. Okay. Efficient. I like that. All right. Another question I had was super simple ones. Like, do you set alerts? Like, I remember you mentioned earlier, you said around like 8:30 when they start to drop the news, that's maybe when you're more engaged. What's kind of your daily strategy? Like, how do you go into it? What time? Alerts? Go ahead.
Well, I definitely set alerts because I don't sit in front of the charts for more than 15 minutes, as I said. And I have a clear strategy defining strict setups, and I trade during precise time in the day. So I just put my alerts. I also have my alarms on my cell, so I know that at a particular time or a few minutes before there will be movement in the market, so I can just jump on the chart and see what is going on.
Okay, yeah, no, that makes total sense. Now, are there like occasions where you trade outside of those and you're still able to find like some successful moves? Do you kind of maybe ever hop on when you've got free time, or is it just a pretty set schedule where you're like, okay, here and here?
It's a pretty set schedule.
Okay, to be honest, that sounds like the better way to go. Sounds very disciplined. I like that.
Yeah, it's good because it permits to avoid over trading, because if you are always on in front of the computer, you will just see, oh, this candle is just moving. Oh, it's moving too fast. Okay, I just want to try to catch it up. After that, you are like, oh, okay, no, I will stop. And then the candle is the price is going your way, and you are like, oh, if I should have took that trade. Okay, let's jump on it. And after that, the reverse, and you lose everything. So I've been there for so many times that now I'm very, very disciplined.
Oh, okay, I love that. I love to hear that. Okay, well, this leads into more of like the psychology part of trading. So, I mean, it sounds like since you've done this for so long, you've developed a discipline. So I'm sure like even emotionally you've developed a discipline. Are there still some trades where you're just like, oh, I wish I had done this, or you've kind of mastered that like level husa?
I won't tell the truth if I said that I perfectly mastered it, but I'm much, much, much better than I was in the past. So, for example, on my funded account, I completely stopped over trading. I completely stopped FOMO, greed also. So all the bad habits I had, I completely stopped it. So it's really cool, yes.
Wow.
But for example, when I am passing some challenges, or if I have a small account, a small personal account, live account, I'm like, oh, let's just try it, and if it doesn't work, it's okay. But it's not a good habit. I know it, but I only do it on, if I can say that, accounts that doesn't count for me, because the funded account is the real account is really the one that really counts for me. So I managed at least to just respect it, be disciplined, and just knowing my strategy permitted really to just be focused and avoid all those mistakes.
Okay, fair enough. I like that. So, and I like that. So the funded trader program, you leave your set strategy, your specific data, like you leave that, you put what you know to that account. But then maybe other accounts, you're like, you know what? Well, maybe I want to experiment a little bit. Let's see what happens if I do this. Okay, I like that. I'm gonna actually make a mental note of that one. I like that. A question I had. So you said that you had traded with another platform before TFT, and you said they were pretty good too, but they so something happened. I guess they went bankrupt. Darn. But I'm excited to hear like your experience between both of them. Like, was there one thing you liked better? One thing?
Yeah, the other platform had definitely a big advantage on one thing. It was direct funding, so no evaluation, no challenge. So it was also my first experience with a prop firm. So it was just perfect for me. And so I just paid the subscription fee, and after that, I directly in 24 hours received my funded account. So at that time it was like a 50K account. Okay. So and to get a withdrawal, we had to wait 30 days. So it's like TFT, but for TFT it's only the first withdrawal. Okay. And after that, I can say that the profit split was not that good. It was only 60%. So you guys are doing amazing, because actually I have a 85% profit split thanks to a promotion. All right. So that was cool. But it's normal that the profit split was a little bit smaller with the other firms, since there was no challenges, Yeah. So I liked it, but apart from that, honestly, I prefer everything from TFT. Like I said, the customer support, the trading conditions are pretty the same. The profit split is much better. Oh yeah, I remember the last prop firm. Also, what I really loved is the scaling plan. That was huge because every 3 months, if I was able to make 10% profits on those 3 months, the account was doubled.
Oh, good to know. Okay, interesting. Very
in,
interesting.
so in only 3 months, I went from a 50K account to 100K account. So I saw the difference directly. So it was a big it was a big change for me, and I think that it was the most aggressive and the most profitable scaling plan in the industry at that time. But they didn't survive. So
okay, well you're right. You're right. Well, good to know. Good to know. Okay. All right. And then here are like the nitty-gritty questions that everyone wants to know is like, have you ever blown an account before? Like, what do those hard trades feel like? Give me some of the juice there.
Blown accounts. Oh my gosh. So many times. I didn't keep accounts, but I don't know. I've been trading for 6 years. So I think if I think about all my personal blown accounts and all my failed challenges with prop firms, because I also try challenges with other firms. I will say about 20 accounts.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, so
very good. You're making me feel better.
yeah,
Okay.
big losses in the past, and I made so different mistakes between those different blown accounts. But at the end, they really helped me improve my trading, avoid doing the same mistakes, and definitely stop all the bad habits I said before.
And this one's always great because I wish that I had known more traders when I was still new to it. But like, obviously, what's something you can tell the traders that are like, maybe they're 2 years in or 1 year in, they're close to giving up because they're not seeing anything that they thought they would see? Like, what's some advice you can give for them?
If I can give an advice, I will say perseverance is the key. Just never quit, because we always hear that 90 to 95% of people fail in trading. But do you know the main difference between them and successful traders? It's not because they are geniuses or have a better strategy or are smarter. No, it's just they never quit. So they don't give up. So 95% of people failed in trading because at some point they just gave up,
Exactly.
So if you started on that trading journey like me, it's because you had a reason, you had a goal, and there's nothing that comes out of quitting. So if you're going to do it and try to be the best, like to be the best for you. So start the process, start the work, try to create your own luck. And it can take years, because it took me 6 years. So it can take years, 10 years, 20 years, I don't know, before it finally works out. So what I can assure you is that it's worth it. So just persevere and never quit.
Absolutely. I guess the biggest thing to pull from that is just that it's not that this small percentage of successful traders, like you said, are like these geniuses or like these Elon Musk type. It's just they're consistent and they're disciplined. So I think those are like, if you can keep those things, even I think that translates to even being an entrepreneur. Like so many people just give up. So I think like I agree completely. That small percentage isn't like these massive brainiacs who are super smart. It's just these people who are like, you know what? No, I'm not going to quit. I'm going to keep this strategy. I'm going to keep it going, and I'm going to keep trying and keep persevering. And then it works.
Exactly. And if I can just say a small last thing is that you have to have a good motivation for your trading journey. So what are you doing? What are you doing trading? What are you trading actually? Is it for money? Is it for wealth? I don't know, but you have to get a very good reason. And for me, the reason was freedom. I'm seeking financial freedom using trading. So it's an important goal in my life. I just want to be free, be able to spend time with my loved ones, and be present to all the important moments without being restricted by a boss or a job, And of course, I want to live my life to the fullest, like everybody. But to do that, you need capital.
All right.
And you need money to make money. And I don't have this kind of money to achieve my goal, not yet. Yeah. So when I discovered the funded trader and all those prop firm, I really thought that I finally found my solution. So I feel like trading with a prop firm opens up so many opportunities, and just go for it, guys.
Oh, that was great. That was excellent. Awesome. Alrighty. Thank you so much, Xavier. This was cool. To be honest, I kind of want to do this again. And maybe we can set up another interview because there are about 10 more questions I didn't even ask yet.
Yes, of course.
All right. Well, it was nice to meet you, Xavier. Thank you so much for being a part of the team.
Nice to meet you. Bye-bye.
Bye. Have a good one.